Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh, this looks different. This must be a more modern version of the Huey. I don't remember seeing this stuff that's up here in that other one. This is pretty cool. What we got back there? Hey, you can actually turn your head all the way around in VR and see that shit. So, the fall sale or autumn sale is in full swing. The Huey's $25, and it's the first thing I grabbed. So I did a video of the Persian Gulf. Now I'm doing the free flight mission over Nevada. And I really haven't done or changed much anything in here yet. I might need to mess with my joystick curves and stuff. Let's give it some left rudder or tail rotor and bring this guy up and go. Now, where are we? Oh, there's Vegas. Nice. I really like this thing, and I was really worried that it was going to suck. And you know why I really do not like the KA-50. I've tried to like it, I've tried to fly it, and all I do is break the rotors and smash that thing into the ground every time. Kind of the same thing with the MiG-21. I bought the MiG-21 during the last sale, and it's like, those are two things that I'm not getting my money's worth out of, because I just don't have the patience to learn that. Maybe eventually I will. And I really wanted to like it, you know. This Huey's like promising. This is like, you know, they announced, who was it that announced? The guys that did the Huey, I think. Was it them? No, the guys that did the Gazelle. Is it Pork Chop? I think it's Pork Chop. They announced they're doing a Kiowa Warrior, which that sounds like a lot of fun. I remember that from Longbow 2, which was super fun stuff. So, I'm almost tempted to get the Gazelle now, and I would love to hear what you guys' opinions are of the Gazelle compared to the Huey, because I'm able to fly this thing pretty good. I was able to land it pretty easy in my last video. Of course, I wasn't able to land it on the helicopter pad. Ooh, wires. Good thing I didn't hit those. You could barely see those in VR, too. I tried for the really sweet helicopter pad on that hotel on the shore there in the Persian Gulf map, and, you know, that didn't end well if you saw that video. Which is fine. That was literally my first attempt at trying it, so I'll get better, and I'm gonna land this thing on that helicopter pad, no doubt. I'm confident. I feel I have enough skill to pull that off. I think the weird thing now is getting used to the fact that you're not like whizzing across the terrain so fast, so things look very different down low like this. Like in the Tomcat or the Hornet, man, you're just zoom right over top of everything. You never see this detail, you know. Like, look, there was little umbrellas down there, man, with their patio furniture. Like, I'd never seen that before. This totally looks like the suburbs. Look like Edward Scissorhands down there, or Edward Scissorhands neighborhood, you know. Some of the color choices aren't that great. I guess when you get in a helicopter, you notice how not detailed some of this stuff is, but it looks great when you're in fixed wing whizzing over it really fast. So I don't think it looks terrible, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Like in the Persian Gulf map, all those buildings look kind of cardboard and cookie cutter. These ones here look a little bit generic, but again, when you're whizzing over them in fixed wing, you really never even notice that. I want to get this over the Hoover Dam and see if I can zip through there too. Hey, look, like a shopping mall, parking lot or something. Yeah, I really wanted to like the KA-50. I want a longbow so bad, an Apache. I would be happy with a Cobra, you know? I was really bummed out. I went to try the War Thunder Cobra, because I think that's the one you can actually try out. I'm just so disappointed. Doesn't really even feel like a helicopter. War Thunder can be so promising. Like, I think flying the World War II planes is super fun. I mean, it's a fun game, you know? It's a fun game that conveys the sensation of flight rather well. You know, you feel like you're moving, you feel like you're zipping across the terrain, and you feel like you're flying, you know? Anybody that says otherwise, you know, whatever. Yes, it's not totally realistic. The flight models aren't totally realistic, but it's not terrible either, I don't think. Remember, I come from the, you know, original golden age of combat flight simulations, when a lot of the stuff we did wasn't completely realistic, but it conveyed a sense of fluid movement, high speed, and fun with a lot of explosions, you know? And at the end of the day, I don't know, I like to have fun. I like the realism to be in the flight model, I like the realism to be in the weapons, but I can also go the other way as well and just have fun, you know? And not sit there and tear something apart for everything it doesn't do. Kind of reminds me of a former boss. You know, they would sit there and just tear you apart for everything that you possibly could do wrong, and would never come up with anything to point out right. You know, so blinded by everything that's wrong that you can't see any of the right, you know? And that's no fun way to go through life. And it's kind of the same with video games, you know? Overlook some things and you might find there's a lot of fun to be had in a lot of different products out there. And a lot of people shit on War Thunder. I like it, you know? I just think the helicopters are disappointing. But the World War II planes, they're kind of fun, you know? I can do that. Well, I never saw that before because I'm always so high in the air. That's kind of cool. Although this place should have like a pirate ship out front or something, shouldn't it? Mandalay Bay. There's the airport. This is awesome, man. One thing I noticed, the Persian Gulf map isn't even really on sale for 50%. They're only doing 25. It's like $37. I'll be honest, man. I think that this Nevada map looks way nicer than the Persian Gulf map. I really do. I don't think the Persian Gulf map looks terrible by any means, but I think the terrain and the objects and everything that you get in this map is definitely more worth it than what the Persian Gulf map is. And at first, I was really fascinated with the Persian Gulf map because of the Dubai region, but Vegas looks so good. So does the Hoover Dam in this. So does like Creech, was it Creech Air Force Base? And you know, there's a bunch of stuff on this map that's very cool. And I think the mountains and the terrain, how it's, you know, curved and how it's shaped looks a little more natural to me. Or maybe it's just the textures and how it's, you know, lit up. I don't know. But it just looks better to me overall. Oh, I forgot to go to an external here and see what this looks like. Oh, wow. Let's flip it around. Okay. The hard thing is to lift your visor and do anything without this thing going crazy. There we go. I had to turn the labels off real quick and it took two hands. Uh-oh. Wow. That's the downside of a helicopter versus, let me drop the collective here, versus a fixed wing. You can leave your hand off the stick for a minute in a fixed wing and you will completely keep going in the direction you were pointing for a second. And the worst, you got to worry about some nose down or nose up pitching all over the place, you know. I caught this, which is good. Helicopter, quite different. These things aren't meant to fly, you know. If it wasn't for that tail rotor to counter the torque that the rotor assembly causes, you'd be in a hell of a mess, man. This is a weird view here. The model looks great though, man. Awesome detail. Oh, that looks ugly from the outside though. Look how like crappy the cockpit gauges and everything looks from the outside window. I mean, honestly, they're not that great from the inside either. But it's a pretty basic, I mean, the Huey's been around forever, so I wouldn't expect this to be super high tech like a Hornet, you know, or an F-16. And it's more of a transport and, you know, rescue and bring me in and out of the zone kind of thing and drop some troops off helicopter. More than it is, you know, this combat tool. However, in here they've put guns on it, and I think there's probably rockets and stuff too, so I haven't got that far yet. I'm just getting the basics down of flying this thing, you know? And I'm pleasantly surprised that it hasn't taken me long at all to fly this thing, and feel pretty comfortable with it. Like you saw, I kind of let go of the stick and completely recovered it pretty quick. So that's pretty awesome. I'm digging this, man. I am so tempted to get the Gazelle now. This is so fun. It's a huge parking lot. You think there'd be like a mall there or something, you know? Here's a train. Hey, let's do some Mission Impossible shit. Let's land the helicopter on the train. Whoa! My overspeed. Come on, pitch the nose up. There we go. I'm gonna guess that was like an overspeed warning. That was pretty badass though, wasn't it? I like Mission Impossible. That probably sounded lame as hell too, but whatever. I like to have fun, man. That's the whole thing. If you guys take all this stuff too seriously, then you're never going to have fun, and you're going to be a miserable old prick. Like a lot of the guys on these forums right now, and Facebook groups. I think at the end of the day, what people need to realize is, these are games, man. These are meant to entertain us, man. Do something fun, man. Entertain yourself. Fly around and do fun things, man. Sit here and worry about what you don't have yet. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's the fountains. That'd be pretty cool if they squirted up in the air and made me wreck. Welcome, hello world, really? The Monte Carlo. Or what's it called? The Monte Certo there. So anyway, this is super fun stuff. I don't want to bore you with my commentary at this point, but the Huey looks freaking awesome in VR. I'm loving this, man. I have a feeling between this and the F-16 is going to be the two things I fly the most right now. What is that warning? Is that like an overspeed warning? Let's try to do that sideways thing here. I'm flying sideways. I got my rudder cranked. Oh, I don't want to hit those planes, man. Turn it around. Haha, made it. That was pure luck. Nice. And I made it in one piece. Imagine that. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I'm not going to keep going here. I can do this all night. It's a Friday night after work. I just bought the Huey. This is going to be an awesome weekend, guys. It really is. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and until next time.